Hey guys, welcome back to the Casual TCG. In this video, we're going to cover Yellow Starter Baby, the one that allows you to attack multiple times per turn. We're going to see how it stacks up against Surge Coup. We're going to see what kind of answers it has for that awesome ability that leader has, and just see how it stacks up in the meta altogether. Let's jump right into this deck list / analysis. Now, for those of y'all that don't know, I'll go over just a quick overview. I'm not going to explain all the cards, but I will go over a quick overview of what this card does and why I think it still has a good chance in today's meta. So its activate main is once per turn. Once you take a life, so let's say you swing, and its activate main is take a life and then re-stand this card. So effectively, this card is a dual attack leader. It allows you to attack twice every turn as long as you have at least one life, or yeah, 2 life, so you can take one and then restand it. Now, of course, you're going to awaken before you get to that point, and on its flip side, on the awakened side, it already has dual attack. So this card is really strong. If you play it, you are able to swing, take a life to restand, awaken if you're down at 2 life, and then you've got 2 more attacks with dual attack plus drawing a card. And when you awaken, you get to untap 2 and draw 2. Now, the only downside is you have to awaken at 2 life, so you're very low. None of this awaken at 4 or 5. You have to be very low at 2 life. But the good thing is you're looking to get down there anyway, because some of your other cards neg your opponent for each life they take, which is another reason why I think it's still a really good deck in this format. So that is the leader. That is what it does. Really good. It just allows you to swing a lot, allows you to hit a lot, does, you know, it's, of course, it's hitting for 15 on one side and 10 for the other, allows you to draw a lot of cards. Let's get into the support of this deck and go from there. We'll start out with the card draw. We have 2 of the Blutz Wave Generator. Now, you can only play one of these once per turn, but if you find a baby card, which this deck runs almost purely on baby cards, if you find a baby card, you get to put it back, you get to put it into your hand, look at the top 5, and then you get to untap the yellow energy that you used to play it. So that is really good value right there, getting to play it for 1, getting to search your deck for that baby card, finding it, and then getting to put it into your hand. Next, we have Dr. Mew. Now, if you have a multicolored energy on the field, say this double colorless right here, or this double colorless, what is this Pokemon? This multicolored right here, this red yellow, if you've got this on the field, even if it's tapped, you get to play this for free. When you play this card, it says search your deck for a 1-drop baby, which is not that, but is this right here. And when you play this, now you can only play these once per turn, so it limits you that way, but it's really good. It's really good card draw. You get to draw 3 cards and then discard 2. So in that way, you're able to just run through your deck, find all the cards you need really quick. And here's some of the cards that I like to discard, the ones that I run in my deck. They're in there for the energy, and they're in there for the other cards they can allow you to get out late game if you have an issue with that. And that is the Vanilla Sun Gohan Brainwashed and the Bulma Brainwashed. Now, with these 2 cards right here, or I'm sorry, these 7 cards right here, you are able to get out a 5-drop that negs your opponent's leader by 20,000 power, which is huge. It drops them down to negative 5,000 power. But yeah, these are good discard fodder. If you've already got these in your hand when you start out, you can just drop them and it's no big deal. You need them in your discard anyway. Let's get on to the actual baby line and what we're playing. So we're playing 4 of the Super Baby 1 All-Consuming Terror. This allows you to arrival for 1 for a yellow and a red. And if you noticed over here, your Dr. Mew, your 1-drop Dr. Mew and your 1-drop yellow are both a red. 1-drop baby are both a red and a yellow, which satisfies the arrival cost of this baby card rather nicely. Let's do it like that. The shiny looks good in person, but it glares on the camera. So anyway, you get to satisfy the arrival card by comboing these away on turn 1, and then you can arrival for 1 yellow energy. Now, getting this guy out is just half the battle, but it is a 15,000 power swinger with barrier if you need it, but you're probably not going to need it because most of the time by this point, you already have Super Baby 1 Parasitic Menace in your hand. And this guy right here come out of a booster, what was it called? A power booster, I think is what it was called. And for 1 energy, it says activate main, choose 1 baby card with an energy card of 6, energy cost of 6, and play it on top of this card. So that's really good. It allows you to evolve up into a very specific big beater here in just a second. I'll show you. It's a 6-drop. But the biggest thing is you can evolve straight onto this 4-drop for 0 energy. You just EX evolve straight onto it. It's free play. It's one of the best values in this entire deck. And when you do, you get to neg your opponent by 5,000 power and draw a card. So that's super good. And when you neg your opponent, we are also playing the Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku one-hit wonder. It's not actually Son Goku, it's just Goku, the one-hit wonder here. And this says if you neg your opponent's battle card by any kind of power, so 5,000 satisfies it, you get to play this for free straight onto the field. So super good value there. Lots of free attackers. You can just keep swinging for days with this. Now this card right here, I will admit, is the most expensive in the deck. The last I was looking, they ran at about $15 a piece. I'm not sure if they're still there or not, but that's a whole lot better from the $100 a piece they were going. So this will be the most expensive. Next up in that baby line, we do have that 6-drop Epochal Grudge baby, grade 8 baby. Now this one right here come out a while back, but this is the one that this 5-drop allows you to evolve into for 1 single red energy. So by turn 2, you should be able to get into this guy free of charge just about. It has triple strike, so every time you swing with it, if the damage goes through, if they don't block it, they are taking 3 of their life. Its activate main is once per turn. When you swing, or if your opponent plays a battle card, you get to draw a card and neg one of your opponent's battle cards by 20,000 power. So that kills off pretty much anything on the field that they can put out as long as it doesn't have barrier, and you get to draw a card. The only downside to that is you have to do it. So they can throw out a chump card that's just a little 1-drop, this kills it, and then you draw a card, not being able to take out the big one that they're going to play next. Most of the time it doesn't matter because you can get that guy out on turn 2 and you've got their setup pretty much shut down. Now they could also always topo you or something like that to get rid of it later on. Not topo, maybe it's Vegeta the Cruel or something like that. I can't remember. Vegeta the Cruel or something like that to get rid of it later on or when you play it. But if you can get it on turn 2, most of the time they do not have the energy. The next one in the baby line is the 7-drop baby right here. Now this one is the new one that came out in set 8. This one has EX Evolve for a red and a yellow, so it can also evolve on top of this one for 2 energy. So by turn 3 you can have this guy out. And it has double strike, so it's taking 2 life every time it hits, and it has offering. Now offering is whenever your opponent, whenever you play it, they have a choice. They either crit a life or you get to draw 2 cards. Most of the time people opt to draw 2 cards, but that's not the reason we're playing it. The reason we're playing it is its activate main. Choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. If you do, neg your opponent's leader card by 5,000 power. So what that means is if you have 4 life, you can take up to 3 of them, and it drops your opponent down by 15,000 power. And if they are awakened, that puts them at 0, and you can start swinging. It means they have to combo a lot. Now next up in that line, it's not really in the line, it's more of a support class, but it is the 8-drop, and yeah, it is this baby Vengeful Blow. So what this means is if you have, or what this card does is if you have a 7-drop, it's not a 7-drop, it's a baby card with 30,000 power on the field. Let's say this gets knocked out, somebody does something, they swing, and they're able to KO this. Well, it goes away. You're able to put this straight from your hand during their turn onto the field. Play it for absolutely free. And then on your turn, you can choose a Vegeta baby in your discard, like this 5-drop right here, which will be out if this guy's out because he will evolve on top of it. From your discard, put it under this card, and then search your deck or your hand for a baby card with 30,000 power and evolve it straight onto that card. So you're able to get these guys back really easy with this baby Vengeful Blow. So this is just some of the ways that I think this deck is still really good in this meta. You're able to consistently get out free attackers with this and the one-hit wonder Gokus. These right here come in for free if your opponent has taken 2 life or more during the turn, which is usually very simple to get going, especially if you hit them with a triple strike on turn 2. So yeah, it's very simple to keep attackers and just keep them going. With your leader having dual attack on either this side or the other side, you could play this for free and swing. You can play the one-hit wonder for free and swing. This is all by turn 2 if you have these cards in your hand. You should be able to get them down to just about 1 life by turn 2, and you know, sometimes you can even kill them by turn 2 depending on how the hands go. Now, some other support that help with the other decks like the red-yellow Surge Coup, we have this 5-drop right here, and this one evolves from the 4-drop Arrival a Baby card. So this one right here. So what this does, what this activate main or Union Absorb here says, it says 1 red, 1 yellow. That's how much energy you pay. If your leader card is a baby card, you are a yellow baby card, you can absorb 4 of the brainwashed cards from your discard pile. This is why you want these in the discard. And put them under this card and then evolve that into it, either from your hand or from your deck. So it doesn't matter if this card is in your hand or in your deck, you get to search it out and put it in there. That's why I only play 1. It might be better to play 2 in some instances, but in this one I'll only play 1. You can also cheat it out with this 8-drop baby if your 7-drop or 6-drop goes down. But when this one, the good thing about this one is it has deflect, so they're not going to be able to knock it out with a Vegeta the Cruel or anything like that. It has energy exhaust, obviously, for when you tap it. It has offering, so you either get to, they either crit a life or you draw 2. But its big thing is activate battle once per turn. You can take a life, discard 3 cards from your hand, and then it drops, and then choose your opponent's leader card and all their battle cards, and they get negative 20,000 power for the duration of the turns, and their non-keyword skills are negated for the duration of the turn. So if you're going up against Surge Coup and you swing into it, you can activate battle and get rid of their extra abilities that they get for discarding a card underneath their awakening. That allows you to hit them because Surge Coup takes away your triple strike, your double strike and all that, but if you can swing with it, if you can manage a swing with that, and then also right behind it manage a swing with the 6-drop, you can really hurt them pretty bad, because this takes away their ability to defend, and then it just destroys them when it hits them. So yeah, this is one of the biggest ways to take out Surge Goku. Besides the speed, you know, the speed factor is obviously a big thing. By turn 2, they don't really have much going on. If you go first, that means they only have 1 energy. Most of the time it's tapped. They can awaken and really hurt you that way, but making them awaken that early is always a good thing, because then they're stressed for the rest of the game. Now on this 3-drop right here, this is a free play. It allows you to, if they take 2 life, you get to free play it, but you also get to evolve it for 2 energy into this guy. Now this is has offering also, so another way for them to another way to make them crit a life, or you get more cards. And it says ignore barrier, and for the duration of the turn, all of your opponent's battle cards skills are negated, and this card gets dual attack. So it's just one more way to keep swinging faster and faster. You can usually get this out by turn 2, maybe by turn 3. Turn 2, because usually what you'll do is you'll swing once with your leader, restand, swing again, they've taken 2 life. You play this down free from your hand, and then turn 2 you can tap 2 to play that guy, and then you've got dual attack. So you're already hitting for another 4 life by turn 2, knocking them down by 6. Now for the super combos, I just run the shoe on the offensive. Just allows you to draw a card. There is a case to be made to be playing the dual colored super combos. I do not have any, so I'm not, and I haven't really needed them, honestly. The card draw here is pretty amazing. I do run one of these Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku, the last straw. It gives you a little bit of extra awakening if for some reason you need it, and it's a 1-drop that you can play if you just need that one more attacker to do that extra 10,000 power. For the kind of support battle neg cards, I play one of the Flaming Death Ball. This allows you to pump up your leader by 10,000 and then neg your opponent, one of your opponent's battle cards by 10,000, or pump up one of your battle cards by 10,000. It's really good. The leader card only lasts for the battle, but the other two last for the turn. And I also play one battle to the death. Now, I'll be honest, most of the time I find this card right here winding up in the energy slot, but it is a really good card. It's activate main if your leader card is yellow. Choose up to three cards in your life and add them to your hand. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets negative 25,000 power. So you can just straight out kill one of your opponent's big plays with this card right here. And it says up to 3 lives, so you don't have to take any if you don't want to. You could just take 1, you could just take 2 if you need the cards in your hand. You know, it's also advantageous that way. For negates, I only play 4 time magic. Now, a case can be made to play Nimbus. I can agree that that case is probably a good case, but I would probably only substitute 2 for the time magic for Flying Nimbus, because honestly by turn 3, if you haven't won, you're in pretty bad shape anyway unless you play really conservative. So playing conservative can be good, but most of the time aggro with this deck is the way to go. It's kind of a glass cannon, but it does stand up against Surge Coup. I think it stands up against Surge Coup really well. I don't think it's that bad of a deck. I think it's very straightforward. You can also play Heartfelt's Pleas for whenever you lose a 30,000 power, you can, or a 25,000 power up, you could put it on the field when you awaken. I do believe this way is the best and the cheapest way to go, and I think it does a really good job. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me up in the comments. Also, don't forget, if you want any of these cards, I have a link down below for TCG Player. It is my affiliate link. If you guys are looking for cards, you're gonna buy them anyway, go down there and use it. It helps the channel, it helps the show, it allows me to do more of these and to make better videos. I promise all proceeds, everything that comes for it, goes straight into the channel. So yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.